Hello children, good morning to all of you. So now we have covered about the continents. How many continents we learned, children? We know about the 7 continents which is there on the planet Earth. We studied about its sizes, its structure, the land masses, how much it covers, and the features, and etc. So now we are going to learn about the oceans of the world. So in our planet Earth, there are 5 oceans. We already know this. So here we are going to describe how the ocean is, and let's get into that, okay? So basically, what do you mean by oceans, children? So ocean is a water body. So everybody know it is a water body. It covers the major part of on the Earth's surface. How much percentage, children? Ocean covers 71%, and landmass covers 29% of the Earth's surface. So we all know about that. So oceans are the continuous water body. And how is the taste of the water in that, children? Have you tasted the water when you go to the beach, or if you are visiting any temple? You'll have seashore temple, means you can taste the water, right? So have you tasted the water from the ocean or sea? It will be salty, right? Yes. So oceans and seas, it is a continuous large water body of salt water on the Earth's surface. Okay, children? It is a continuous large water body of salt water on the Earth's surface. So how many oceans are there? There are 5 oceans. So on this planet Earth, there are 5 oceans. What are they? They are Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Indian Ocean, Antarctic Ocean, and Arctic Ocean. So same like continents, this also I have written in descending order. That means from the bigger ocean to the smaller ocean. Okay. So first, Pacific Ocean. So this is how the planet Earth looks like. So you know, they are the continents: Asia, Africa, North America, South America, Europe, Australia, and Antarctica. They are all continents. Big land masses on the Earth's surface are called as continents. So they cover 29% of the Earth's surface, and the rest is covered by water, that is 71%. So the large water body of water, we call it as oceans or seas. So that is what we are going to learn now. Just have a look on this slide. So just you can just know where are the oceans appearing. Okay, you can just see where are the oceans lying. First we are going to see about the Pacific Ocean. Can you see in the slide, children? I have circled it using the red color. Yes, it is Pacific Ocean. As I already said you, Pacific Ocean is the largest and deepest ocean. It is the largest and deepest ocean. It separates the continent North and South America, from Asia and Australia. So in this picture you can see, here they have written as South Pacific Ocean, and here it has North Pacific Ocean. So Earth is in a shape of sphere, right? So here we are seeing in a flat surface, but it is in the shape of sphere, right? So this is North Pacific Ocean. You can see it on the slide. And the other one, the eastern side, that is North Pacific Ocean, and there to the western side of North America and South America is South Pacific Ocean. So Pacific Ocean is the largest and deepest ocean of all. This ocean separates North America and South America from Asia and Australia. Okay, children? Yes. Next ocean we are going to see is Atlantic Ocean. Can you see the children? I have again circled it using the red color. Atlantic Ocean is the second largest ocean. First is Pacific Ocean. The second one is Atlantic Ocean. This ocean separates. You have to tell me the answer now. Which continent separates, children? Before me telling you, just make a guess. It separates North America and South America from which one, children? Africa and Europe. Is it right? So it is lying in between North America, South America and Africa and Europe. Is it right, children? So Atlantic Ocean separates North America and South America from Africa and Europe. Okay, children? Next, it is Indian Ocean. Can you see that? Yes, it lies near India. So this is the only ocean which they named after the country. So after the name of the country, after framing the name for the country, they framed the name for this ocean. So that is why it is called as Indian Ocean. So it separates which continent? The continents of Asia, Africa and Australia. It separates the continents of Asia, Africa and Australia. So here near Asia, then Africa and Australia, the spread of Indian Ocean is there. Okay, children? Yes. Next it is Antarctic Ocean, or it can be also called as Southern Ocean. So as it lies near the continent Antarctica, it is called as Antarctic Ocean or Southern Ocean. It lies to the extreme south, right? Yes or no, children? It lies to the extreme south near the South Pole. So it is also called as Southern Ocean. So this southern portion of the Pacific Ocean and Atlantic Ocean and Indian Ocean merges to form the Southern Ocean. So how is it formed, children? Southern Ocean, the Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean and Indian Ocean, they all merge together. Okay, they all merge together to form the Southern Ocean. Next we have Arctic Ocean. Can you identify in the slide? Yes, it lies to the extreme northern part, in the northern region. Okay, children? So it most of the time, most all throughout the year, okay, it remains in a frozen state. What do you mean by frozen? As ice and icebergs, okay? As it lies to the extreme north, in the North Pole, it most of the year, almost throughout the year, it remains in the frozen state in the form of ice and icebergs. So these are the description of oceans. So we learned about 5 oceans. They are Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Indian Ocean, Antarctic Ocean and Arctic Ocean. Which ocean is also called as Southern Ocean, children? Antarctic Ocean is also called as Southern Ocean. Okay? Now let's move to what are the importance of this ocean. Okay? We are going to learn about the importance of this ocean. So what are the importance, children? What is the purpose of having the ocean? Are we going to go and fetch water from the ocean and use in our day-to-day life? Are we using for bathing, cooking, cleaning, any other activities? No, right? But it is important for the marine creatures. What are called as marine creatures? The sea-living animals and birds are called as marine creatures. Okay? So, oceans, they act as a home to the marine creatures such as whales, sharks, octopus, fishes, dolphins, penguins, and all other sea creatures. Okay? So, the oceans, they act as a home for the marine creatures such as the animals and birds that live near the ocean or that live in water. Okay, children? So, for their life, for the aquatic life, it is very important of having a ocean and also to conserve the ocean. That means to save the ocean. Okay? Next. So here I have attached you the picture of penguins, seals and seabirds. Next, it is about oceans connects continents. They say oceans connects the continents. How is it possible, children? How oceans are connecting the continents? Is there any imaginary bridge connecting Asia and Africa or Asia and South America? Is it anything like that? No, right? But why do they say that oceans connect the continents from each other? Because they say the water acts as a means of transport. Okay? So how water acts as a means of transport? Waterways. We can sail through ship, etc. Right? So in rivers we use boat to cross from one side to the other side. Similarly, here in the ocean, water acts as a means of transport. Waterways. You learned it right during your lower class? Roadways, railways, waterways and airways and all? Yes. So here we use ship for traveling from one continent to other continent or one country to other country. So ships are of various types. They are tankers, ocean liners and submarines. Ships are of various types and it is also used for different purposes. That is why it is of various types. They are tankers, ocean liners and submarines. What is the use of tankers, children? The first image in the top left is tanker. Tankers are huge vessels. I mean, that is our big containers. It has big containers to carry goods such as petroleum, diesel, all this oil. Okay, oil, we get oil from Arabian countries, right? So tankers are used to carry oil from one country to other country or one continent to other continent. It is taken using a ship. It is called as tankers. Okay. The next one, they are called as ocean liners. What do you mean by ocean liners? Can passengers travel in a tanker ship? Is it possible for a passenger or you, me, like people like us, is it possible for us to travel in a tanker ship where they carry petroleum products? No, right? So we need to have a separate ship where we should have all comforts. Okay, children? So that ship is called as cruise. The ship which carries people or passengers from one place to other place is called as cruise. Okay? So that is there in the second picture. And the third one, it is submarine. It is also a type of ship. So this ship travels under the water. So only a little part of it shown above the water, right? Can you see it in the slide, children? Yes. So this ship travels under the water and people like us, we can't travel in that. Only the naval forces, the people in naval forces uses the submarine ships. Okay, children? Yes. So there are three types of ships. They are tankers, ocean liners, which is also called as cruise, and submarines. So oceans connect one continent to another continent through the means of water, through which we can travel using a ship. So they are of three varieties or three types. They are ocean liners, tankers and submarines. So why are they of different varieties? Because they are used for different purposes. So that is why separate ships are there. Okay, children? Threats to oceans. What do you mean by threats to oceans, children? Yes, some of the human activities or uncertain accident in the oceans or seas, it kills the animals in the oceans and seas. They became endangered. So these activities act as a threat to the oceans. What are the major activities that causes threats to the oceans? Let's see now. They are oil spills, dumping plastics and overfishing. Oil spills, dumping plastic and overfishing are the major activities that cause threats to oceans. What do you mean by oil spills? The tankers carrying petroleum products, diesel or petrol, they cause uncertain accident which is not predictable. Accidents are not predictable, no children. So this spills major oil in the oceans and seas. Major oil spills happens in the oceans and seas because of the accident of oil tankers. So what will happen? In turn, the oil fills the top layer of the water so that the fishes, they cannot swim because the oil, it covers the fins of the fish. So no children, if the oil fills on the top layer, on the water surface, fishes are there inside the water, right? So they won't be able to come out and swim. And the oil, it also covers the fins of the fishes, so they won't be able to swim. So this eventually make the life of the sea creatures endangered. Okay, children? This is one cause. Second one, it is dumping plastics. So it's like this, children. So you should not throw your plastic wrappers or plastic bottles or whatever may be, what waste you have, when you go to the seashore or beach, you should take it and keep it inside your bag, and then once you see the dustbin, there you have to throw it. Okay, you should not throw in the seashore or on the beach. Okay, children. So what will happen if you do this? So this, it will go inside the water, and the plastic, it will get inside the water, it will drown inside, and fishes, they may eat, and it will go and stuck in the throat of it. Yes or no, children? Yes. So if the plastic, it struck in the throats of the fish, so they won't be able to breathe. So this also causes death to the living organisms, the aquatic animals. I'm not only meaning only about the fishes, children. Whatever aquatic animals are there, they will be harmed because of all these activities. And one more thing is overfishing. So if the fishermen, if they do overfishing, the breed of the fish, they become extinct. Some particular breed of the fish, they become extinct. So overfishing should not be done. So these are the basic or the major threats to the oceans and also the aquatic animals or marine creatures. Okay, children. So we learnt what are the basic harm to the oceans and harm to the ocean creatures. So we should avoid doing that. We should conserve our ocean. We should save our planet for future generation. Yes or no, children? Yes. So we must work better to save our planet for future generation. Oceans and seas are the important source. Yes or no? Water is the main source for any organisms, living organisms to live. Plants also need water, human beings needs water, animals needs water, all the organisms, living organism, they need water. So we should conserve oceans and seas. Okay, children? Yes. So we came to the end of the chapter. We have completed learning our earth, continents and oceans. So in this chapter we learned about the 7 continents and 5 oceans. So I also wanted you to read the lesson from first, including all the continents and then the oceans, learn about the threats and underline the hard words in oceans and threats to oceans, and write it twice in your homework note or rough note.